The input hypothesis. The input hypothesis is a theory proposed by linguist Stephen Krashen that suggests that language acquisition occurs when learners are exposed to comprehensible input. Comprehensible input is language input that is slightly above the learner's current level of language proficiency, but still understandable with the help of context and visual cues. According to the input hypothesis, language learners acquire language subconsciously when they are exposed to input that is comprehensible to them. The theory suggests that the most important factor in language acquisition is the amount and quality of input that learners receive, rather than explicit instruction or correction of errors. Krashen proposed that there are four main principles of the input hypothesis. 1. The input must be comprehensible. Learners must be able to understand the meaning of the input they are exposed to, even if they do not understand all the words or structures. 2. The input must be interesting. Learners are more likely to engage with and learn from input that is interesting and engaging. 3. The input must be at an appropriate level. Input that is too easy or too difficult for the learner may not be effective in language acquisition. 4. The input must be in sufficient quantity. Learners need to be exposed to a large amount of input to develop language proficiency. The input hypothesis has important implications for language teaching. Teachers can help learners to acquire language by providing comprehensible input that is interesting and engaging. They can also use techniques such as simplified language, visual aids, and gestures to make input more comprehensible. Overall, the input hypothesis is a theory that emphasizes the importance of comprehensible input in language acquisition. It suggests that learners can acquire language subconsciously through exposure to input that is slightly above their current level of language proficiency, and highlights the role of natural language exposure in language acquisition.